another adventure. Time to go catch some fish somewhere. Getting close to Lady Peak, one of my favorite jump-off points for adventures. Okay, got my pack, got my breakfast. Hopefully I'm ready to go because my trek is about 12 miles round trip. So, told my wife I'd be back before midnight, so we'll see. With it being the first part of June, there's still some snow up here. Fortunately, it's packed mostly well enough that it's not an issue for walking over. Oop, except for that spot. Sunk right in there. After a winter and spring of being in the low country, not carrying a pack, I'm not used to hiking at 10,000 feet with a big backpack. Man, that sure would be fun to slide down. And although it looks fun, I'm going to try not to slide down this one. Well, I successfully made it across without sliding to the bottom. And I'm coming into the Lakeshore Basin. Well, I watched a deer disappear down there. I turn and look, and there's two of them just standing there watching me as I go along. Look camera shy though. Man, I love it up here. Being able to smell the pines and see the views and hear the birds and the creeks and the wind in the trees. Love it. This is definitely one I don't want to slide off the edge of, because it goes to a cliff. But when I come back this way, I'll probably get up right about there and slide down to that part. I'm looking forward to that. Pretty wet up here. Not wet anymore. Pretty hazardous though. Right around the edge of that peak, Lady Peak, is where I come from. And out through that pass is where I'm going to be headed. And then around that peak to a lake. So I'm maybe roughly halfway there. This is the really scary stuff. Welcome to the north slope of the Uintas. And way out there is Wyoming. And just across the snow patch is the south slope of the Uintas and the Ashley drainage. Well, that little puddle is not the one that I'm intending to go fishing at. But if the one I'm intending to go fishing at looks like it, I might be ice fishing today. Decided it was time to stop and grab some nerve, keep me going. Nice view of the valley here. Still got to go up over that snowy saddle there, but I'm making good time, and so far my feet and legs and lungs are all holding up, so we're good. Well, how about that? Woo, crazy. Some little bucks. This is looking like it might be a little sketchy. This is steep. I might have to go down and around a little bit up where those tracks are crossing the snow, because this is, man, it's got to be a 45-degree angle. Yeah, I think going around this snow patch is going to be the safer option, because I don't want to end up going 100 miles an hour down that end of the rock pile. Here's those deer tracks. Just about to the pass. And after this, it'll more or less be downhill to the lake. Burning the calories today. I made it. I made it to a lot of work to get out here. I've got half, maybe 3/4 of a mile to go. Oh, that direction. I came from that direction. Kind of windy up here, but I am quite warm. I'm hoping I'll find some elk out here. I've been keeping an eye out, but haven't seen any yet. Beautiful view. Just about to the lake. Down over this little lip right here. And there it'll be. There it is. It looks like I am plenty early. Well, that's unfortunate. I was planning on casting a spinner out there. Maybe I still can in that little pocket. We'll see. We've got frogs croaking out there. Can you hear it? I bet they're chilly. Got a pretty good slope down here to the lake. It looks fairly safe. Maybe I can slide it. Woohoo! Here we go. Yippee! Uh-oh, here we go. Those bumps are kind of hard. Some of them were kind of solid. That was worth it. Well, here it is. Made it to Blue Lake. Well, the water is looking pretty shallow. Like about 10 inches deep. I'm not seeing any fish zooming around, although I know there's fish in here. Might have to get creative today. This area is looking better. It ought to be a few feet deep, looks like. Maybe I can drag a lure or two through it. Hopefully I can find somebody that's hungry. Hey, that's what I want to see. Fish are surfacing right there. Time to get at it. Those fish are surfacing right offshore. Kind of wishing I'd brought a fly rod, but I'll throw Jake's out there and see what happens. We've got more elk out there barking at me. First cast, no fish. Second cast, no fish. I'll turn off the camera and maybe I can do some good. Didn't mean to drop you. There's one of those elk you can kind of see against the snow. I figured there's got to be some of them out here. We found them. Fish weren't paying any attention to lures when I flipped them out there, so I put a worm and bobber out, and so far they haven't been paying a bit of attention to it. They've just about been having a feeding frenzy right in here though. Yep, just like that, and that one surfaced, and that one surfaced. And anyway, got a fire going to keep me company while I wait for the fish to bite and take it easy for a while. I am thoroughly disgusted. Those little fish are rising like crazy right there. And they were doing it right next to my bobber, but not a one of them nibbled. That's aggravating. I finally did it! I caught one of the little boogers. He's only about 8.5, 9 inches long. But I did it! Finally. Worm and bobber. With the worm only about, 10 inches below the bobber. Let's see if I do it again. Let's see. See if I can get this videoed. Alright. It's in the water, and there were fish going after bugs. Oh, there we go. They're little bitty, so it's hard for them to get their mouths over my hooks, even though my hooks are pretty small too. That's what I'm using. Try it again. Well, might have moved over to that location now. Oh, I was going to turn the camera off, but looks like there might be some action out there. Maybe not. Maybe I just got to turn the camera off to be able to catch fish. I tried really hard to fish, but that's the only one I got today. It's looking like it might get a little wet, so I think I better pack up my stuff and head on out of here. Give you another look at an elk on the skyline way out there. That's the best view of an elk we've got today yet. Maybe I'll see more of them on the way out. We'll find out here in a little bit. Well, look what I've just pulled out of the lake. Whoop! Just about dropped it there. Tackle box all full of goodies. That's neat. Don't find that every day. I'm glad I wasn't the one that left it up here. Got some more elk out here. So long, stingy Blue Lake. Stingy with your fish. There's that trail where I slid down. You can see where I transitioned from skiing on my feet to sliding on my bum. I'm gonna head out around the snow out here and up that way and see if I see any elk out on the way home. Got an elk up on the skyline, keeping an eye on me as I come closer. 1 mile down, about 5 to go. I'm tired. My excitement and energy from this morning is wearing pretty thin. Good thing I've got plenty of time to get back to the truck. Another trip down the fast way. Made it. 2 miles down, 4 to go. That's where I come from. That's where I'm going. Not very energetic at the moment. Like I said before, it's a good thing I got lots of time. Made it to kind of the middle of my journey. Made it to the highest point anyway. And it's mostly downhill from here, which I am very grateful for. Time for that slide down. Here we go. Ooh. It got deep. Well, I was able to keep my bum dry and not bounce my tailbone off any more rocks, so I'll be a little more comfortable getting to the truck this time. I'm on the last leg. Just 1 more mile to go and it's all downhill, thank goodness. I see my truck. It's almost over. Hallelujah. Either I've got a part hanging off my truck or there's it's a critter. What is it doing there? A rock chuck or something? Hey! Get out from under my truck! Yep, rock chuck. There he goes. I saw you. And there he's gone. Well, I'm glad that I didn't have a part hanging off my truck. I'm glad to shed that pack. Be able to sit down and take it easy for a while. 12-mile round trip for the fresh air, exercise, and one 8-inch fish. 'Cause I call that fun.